I made a dirt cheap cobblestone farm that's not using any repeaters, not even in the duper, but I don't want you to build it. Yo, ladies and gentlemen, today is going to be another dive into dirt cheap. I'm having so much fun with the dirt cheap stuff. Maybe some of you thought it was done when I took my break, but it's really fun. I mean, it's useful for situations where you're limited in specific resources, but it's a fun challenge to have given myself because there are so many sectors you can get into, and there's not a lot of stuff in this, and so I'm having a blast being able to just make fresh designs. Now, this may look fairly familiar. You have waterlogged leaves that lava is going to then flow towards, and then it's going to create cobblestone, and you blow it up. And basically the idea is the waterlogged leaves and the cobblestone is protecting everything else from getting blown up. But we've done that here with the snow golem TNT duper, and I made a version of it that's using no repeaters, so the clock is a boat clock. I even got the repeater to be removed from this setup here. So you can see here the boat is just always spinning around and hitting these pressure plates. And then they're turning off this torch, so I'm just going to come down and turn off this lever. We're going to see this is going to work. So it's not using any repeaters, and it actually gets the update order correct, just because I messed around with this for like 10 minutes to find just the right update order in this position in order to get that going, and yeah. So normally this setup requires a repeater right there. Why did I do this? I have no idea. The thing is, I don't want you to build this. This was so locational that when I finished the schematic and went to paste it in this world download, I actually had to redesign it. So that's why we see a note block and a piston where it is. Because the dust order, oh my god. So don't build that. I mean, repeaters still fit dirt cheap. I don't know why I got on that kick, but I did. Over here in the world download is the one where, it's 5 repeaters. It's not that bad. It's 1 repeater here and then 4 repeaters for the clock. All you got to do is flip this on. We're going to start duping that TNT again with the TNT duper by Ferrent Neuron. So this uses no nether materials. It just uses that snow to update the TNT. And then the TNT falls on another waterlogged leaf right in the center there. It aligns the TNT perfectly for us. And then the cobblestone blows up and falls down. You can see all the dirt behind it. Dirt, really low blast resistance. Still not getting affected because of the cobblestone. Now, you could probably eliminate this top layer if you want to. This didn't make too much of a difference because most of the time it's not going to blow up. But you are going to get some of them blowing up. So I figured, why not add another one on there? Then the cobblestone falls down into the water here and then flows, gets aligned with our chest, goes into our hoppers and into the chests. Now, this is gonna end up being like 24,000 cobble per hour. The reason being is because not every time those items are gonna land in the water. Sometimes they're just gonna hit the lava, like we saw there. In this dirt cheap model, there's nothing really to do about it. Again, if you really want cobble, do I really recommend this? No. Is this compact as Ilmango's mini cobblestone farm? No. Does it give out, higher rates? Yes. But then again, Mango also has this design, which I won't include in the world download, but I'll link down the video description. And this is like 120,000 cobble per hour. So this is not that expensive. I mean, the duper can be changed over to the, one of the cheaper versions of the duper. And in fact, I have those over here as well. So here we have the TNT duper by Iceberg Lettuce. So this is using observers to actually dupe that TNT for us. We can see it right there. Same clock, just going to turn it on. So we drop the TNT just in time to be out of the way. It blows the thing up. And then over here, let me turn that off. And then over here is your normal TNT duper using slime blocks and the coral fan. Whatever. It's going to produce the same results each time. None of that really does this. These are all going to be that same speed at about 23,000 per hour. This is going to end up being slightly less at like 20,000 per hour because the boat clock just doesn't get as fast as the repeaters. You'll see when that TNT was falling in, it was like just falling in like right at a perfect time to not be hit by the last TNT. In fact, I think is it getting a momentum change from that last TNT blast? A little bit. So yeah, perfect time on that clock. Less than optimal on this clock. That one's super optimal. So if I'm recommending not building it and saying maybe you'd probably be better off that because that's going to get you all the color you need. Why am I doing a video? Oh. No, I'm kidding. I'm kidding. I'm kidding. So a couple of things with this. One, I do have another video upcoming. And so I did want to talk about TNT dupers for a moment here. Now, I know there are a lot of players out there, especially ones who like to be under constraints or streamers or people of long-time worlds that don't like TNT duping. And that is fine. As long as you are not preaching to someone else about how they need to play their game, I actually like the idea of giving yourself those challenges. I mean, that's how the Dirt Cheap challenge started for me. And so I want to respect that. So I do have a video coming up where I'm going to address alternatives to TNT duping, because I've had it in a couple other videos where it's like, just put a dispenser with TNT and just burn your TNT and deal with it. I don't like that. I never felt great about it. So we're going to be addressing that in an upcoming video. But on the other hand, this design does work. It is dirt cheap, 0 nether materials, 0 silk touch materials, no obsidian, so no diamond tools, you know, all the rules we have for dirt cheap. Second thing is, in these worlds, I normally release a world download with my videos. Almost every video is a world download where you can download it and look at it for yourself. And if you have Lightmatica, you can grab a schematic and then you can build that schematic for yourself. However, I know not everyone out there is using Lightmatica, and so they like the block by block videos. Those take so long to put together and get going. I just don't have the time to do it. I've addressed this before. So I've actually, you know, at times given other people permission to do a block by block of my farm. But what I want to try is I found this mod called ISO Render, and I'm going to put a link to that down in the description as well, that allows you to like take it layer by layer and export it as images. And I want to try putting together like a PDF of a layer by layer of this guide. And so that's going to be down in the video description as well, a link to that PDF that is a layer by layer of this. And I want to see how that goes. So I teased it a little bit in my Discord. People seem to like the idea. So I'm going to try start including those for these smaller designs. I think 3 levels videos, especially where some of those farms get giant, it's really not applicable, because at that point you really need to see, you know, a schematic or a tutorial of it. If you're not familiar with what Lightmatica is, down in the video description, check out the mods that I use video, because there is a instructional for Lightmatica down in there, and it is amazing. So, world download down in the video description. Keep an eye out for that video that's going to be upcoming, where we're going to address TNT duping a little bit more, because I do want to hit you guys that don't want to do TNT duping, because I do respect that. So, I'll catch you in the next one. Have a good one. Bye.